and welcome to my channel. My name is Ava and this is my story about getting pregnant at the age of 13. So I'm gonna tell my story from the beginning to the end, or to now. I got pregnant, I believe, at the end of May. I had my period in May though, which I usually got it in the middle of the month, was normal for me, so I did. But at the very end, I had spotted a little bit and I was a little confused. I was like, okay, well, whatever, that could have meant anything, I didn't know. So I was like, okay. So I blew it off. Then June came, and June, I had turned 14 then, June 24th. And I was also expecting my period the same time of last month. My sisters were like, oh my gosh, why'd you miss your period, or why are you gonna miss your period? Because I was late. I thought to myself that it was just stress maybe, or maybe it was just too much physical activity. Google told me that it could have been a trillion things, and there's a trillion reasons why women can miss their periods and it not be that you're pregnant. So I was like, oh, okay, that's great, I'm glad. Don't listen to Google. That will not help your situation at all, especially just pregnancy in general. Google will not help your situation at all. It will make things 10 times worse. Anyway, so I blew it off and I was like, whatever, you know, I just missed my period. Maybe it's because of, you know, like I said, stress or something. But then my birthday was the 24th of that month. So then after my birthday, I was a little confused, and I was just a little concerned too, because I really just didn't know, and I didn't really know if it was just like stress or physical activity or something else, because that's never happened to me before. A few days after my birthday, I went to Meyer and I got a pregnancy test. I took it and it came back very faintly positive, 2 lines. I don't really know how to express that. I didn't really know how I felt. I kind of just felt numb, and I don't really remember honestly what went through my head. I just thought completely like, great, my life is over. Like, that's literally just what I thought. I didn't know how my mom was going to react. My mom didn't even know that I was having sex. So I cannot stress this enough, that you should tell your mother that you were having sex before you do it. It will just help you in the long run completely. But I just didn't know what to do. I was completely overwhelmed. I didn't know at all. It was just, my mind was everywhere. I told my boyfriend after I called him and told him, and he told me just to wait and not to tell my mom, because he was scared, I was scared, we didn't know what to do. My sister knew. I told my sister. She didn't want me to tell my mom, where she wanted me to, but she was also scared for me, and she knew that it was going to be a lot on me. So after that, July came around, and I had missed my period for July. I had no symptoms. I wasn't puking, I wasn't hurting, I wasn't like super sleepy. I wasn't low on energy. I was playing softball. Nothing really pushed that thought in my head that I was pregnant. Even though I pushed it off completely. Like, the morning after I found out, I woke up and I like just got this like horrible feeling. Like, wow, like I took a pregnancy test and it was positive yesterday. It was just really, really bad for me. So July rolled around. My mom found out that I was having sex. A lot of stuff happened in July. I was crying like almost every day. It was really, really, really tough for me. So she was like, okay, well, we'll just get you a pregnancy test sometime, or we'll get you a pregnancy test and see, just to make you feel better. So I was like, great, okay. She never got me one until late August, because I believe, I really do believe that she was scared. She was scared for the results, and she didn't know what to do, because she knew I hadn't asked for a tampon, or I haven't asked for anything for like 2 months. So she was really scared, and I was scared too. And my mom, she tends to express her anger, like her being scared in any way, more angrily. That's just how she's always been. So I know that she was really sad, and she didn't know what to do. She did wait to give me a pregnancy test. The only symptom I ever had was my boobs got like 10 times bigger. It was completely noticeable. My sister noticed them, and like that was like the only thing. So I was like, okay, well that probably means something. And right before I took a test, August, I was going back to school. I was in Spanish class, and I was sitting there, and I just felt a sudden kick in my stomach, almost like butterflies, but it was just like more like solid, more of like a jab. I like jumped, and I went like, woo! And everyone looked at me, and they were like, and I was like, nothing, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I really got scared then. I was like, and then it really just came to me that I was probably pregnant. It was true, and I had to face it. That was a lot for me. It was, and I knew before my mom even told me to take it. I knew I was pregnant, and I just hoped that it would just come back negative, and it didn't, and it came back positive. And my mom, her shock was more, she was pretty mad about everything. She has every right to be. I was mad at myself. I felt so low, and I just can't believe I let this happen to me. And I was just like, why me? And all my other friends were having sex, and like multiple people, and like it was just, I just didn't know why me. She was mad for like a few weeks, but she came around. I'm gonna be honest, my first initial reaction after she found out, and after I just felt so low because I had no one telling me it was gonna be okay. I had nobody telling me it was gonna be okay, and no one told me that I could do it. So my first initial reaction was an abortion. I didn't want an abortion if I was too far along, they had to like take stuff and like cut his limbs off and his legs and everything. I didn't want that at all. That really freaked my head out, and I did not want that in any way. So I was like, Mom, can you just call around and see like any clinics and see if we can take the pill that stops the pregnancy? And she was like, okay, I'll call around. She told them my last date of my period. They told me that I am probably, they're estimating around 12 to 13 weeks pregnant, and by then he's a little person. So I did not want to like, I just knew that was wrong for me to do that, and they told me that it'd have to be surgical. And my mom didn't want a surgical abortion for me. She didn't. She thought it was wrong too, and I did too. I don't stand for that. I knew I just couldn't do that to my baby. So then we were like, okay, well, then that's out of the picture then. So I'm just gonna have to learn to be a mom. And my mom, she was supportive. She was supportive, I would say, in the long run. That altogether she was supportive. But she had many outbursts, and it would just really hurt me really bad, because there would be times when we would have good conversations, and she'd be like, okay, it's hard, but you can do it, and if you ever need me, I'm here. And like, but then there was other times when we would fight or anything, and then she'd bring up my pregnancy and then make me feel bad about it. And it was just, it happened frequent, but I understand. I couldn't imagine being a mom and my 14-year-old telling me that she was pregnant. So I am 100% aware, and I understand her perspective on everything. So it was kind of tough on me, but I had people that supported me later once I started telling more people. My grandparents were like the only people that really weren't very super supportive in the beginning. They were just shocked. They always brought up adoption or something like that. That kind of hurt my feelings more though, because I figured they would be different, but they weren't. They came around, but they're fine now and everything, but at that time, they really weren't. When I took my pregnancy test and everything, and we knew, my mom decided to set up an appointment, my first appointment at the doctor, to see and just to go there, because I needed to get there, and I was late with everything. Like I hadn't had any prenatal care, nothing. We finally got there in September. So my first appointment was in September. I'm really thankful for the people there. They were super nice. I don't think I ran into one judgy person there. They were all super comforting. So that was super nice on my side. When I first heard his heartbeat,
164.
I think that was really the game changer for us, because everything just felt like it fell in place. My mom was crying, and I was crying too, because it was a lot for me, and it was a lot for her, and we just kind of knew that this was okay and this was right. So then we knew like I was gonna have a baby. So my mom started telling more family. I still didn't want everyone to know at my school and stuff, and I didn't want everyone to know in general, but I told the wrong person, and they opened their mouths about it, and it got out a lot quicker than I wanted it to, which really pissed me off in the long run, because I just didn't think it was right for them to be able to tell everybody when I wasn't ready to. So I think that was really wrong. It really, really made me mad. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle, because I was going to tell people anyway, but I just think it was just disrespectful on my part, because I deserved to say it, and I deserved to announce it to everybody. The word got around. People asked me at school, I'd be like, I don't know yet. I just didn't know their reactions, and I was just scared to be different. I really was. I got taken out of school in September, at the very end of September. I was doing online classes. I switched over. They were super easy. It was super good. My school, their corporation about that whole thing, they were super laid back about it. I just think it's because it happened so much to them. They were super nice to me about it, and they were like, okay, well, next year if you need help, you can come half days and stuff. So I'm hopeful for next year. They're like super nice and supportive about it. So I'm very lenient. So I got taken out of school. I was on online classes, and I finished my freshman year already. Super relieved. It took a lot of weight off my shoulders. We had our first ultrasound in September, and we got to see him. We found out he was a boy, and it was incredible, honestly. I feel like that's when I really like looked at my baby. That's my baby, and I felt like mother love, and it was very different. And I'm really happy I got to experience that, and my boyfriend was super excited. He was really, really happy that it was a boy, and I was too. I really wanted a boy. I didn't want a girl. I grew up with all girls. In my household, there's only females. It's a lot, so I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna have my little boy, have my own. My mom got really excited then, and her boyfriend got really excited then, and it was really nice that they were happy, and everything just felt like it was gonna be okay. So that was our first and only ultrasound. I don't think I'm gonna get another one. I'm super upset about it too. I really wanted to get another one, but they think that I don't need one, which I don't know why, and I don't want to go pay like $200 to go get another one at some clinic for ultrasounds. So I'm kind of upset about it, but I mean, at least I got to see him, and I'm gonna see him soon anyway. So yeah, I think that was really summed up September. I wasn't showing at all, not at all. That's the main reason why I didn't believe it, is because I was so little. I wasn't showing. I just had a very, very, very faint bump, just because I was small. I was only 115 pounds, probably max, when I first started, or my pre-pregnancy body. I was super, super small. So this was okay for me. I kind of expected it. But I started getting back pain after, well, like at the very end of September, and October and November were super, super bad for back. Like, my back was so bad. It was probably like at the max, I would say, for back pain. My hips were adjusting to deliver a baby, or still are, and like I said, I was super small before. They were opening up, so my hips would get out of line a lot, and it would be so painful. And I had a loft bed before I moved into my little sister's room, and now I have my own room. But I had a loft bed, and I had to get down off there a lot throughout the night to go pee and stuff, and it was just super bad for my back. It hurt so bad. I think it was probably one of the times where I doubted a lot, and even though I was excited and I loved my baby, I was in shock still. I was in disbelief. It was kind of like grieving stage, where first you're in shock, and then, you know, in disbelief and denial and everything, and I would catch myself running into those same feelings a lot. So that wasn't anything new, because I've grieved a lot in my life. I kind of knew that was coming. Yeah, I would run into myself doing that a lot. I got a journal where I could write down everything that was happening in my life, and it helped a lot. Took a lot of pressure off my shoulders, and when I couldn't talk to someone, I could just write, and it felt really nice to do that. At the very end, or after those 2 months went by, I was having mini contractions, those Braxton Hicks contractions. They were getting gradually worse as time went on, and I thought multiple times that I was going into labor. I was just freaked out, because my doctors were telling me that I'm preterm, or I'm at 100% risk for preterm labor because I'm so young. I would always have my sisters rub my back and everything, and it was just, I was in a lot of pain. So December came by, and I went to like my first basketball game to watch my boyfriend play, and I got a lot of looks and everything, and everyone from my school was looking at me, and And I knew deep down, like, you know, they're not having a baby. Like, I'm the one having the baby. Like, this does not even kind of revolve around them. But I did feel different from them. Just because I knew they would never have to go through what I'm going to go through. They would never have to worry about a child in high school. Or maybe they do, but not right now. And I just always felt like it was unfair to me. I know that God doesn't put hard situations on weak people, and I know that they couldn't do it. I kind of just had that mindset throughout the whole entire thing, and I was just thinking I was a lot stronger, and that's the whole reason why I think I got brought into this. I think that's the main reason why I didn't miscarry. So it was hard for me, but I had a good support system. I really did. Everything was fine. Everything felt good. My sisters were very supportive, like I said, and everything, and my friends, I didn't lose any friends or anything. Everything was pretty calm and collected. I'm sure there's people that were fake to me about it, and they actually talked a bunch of crap about it, but that's fine. It didn't really affect me that much. I just moved on. At the very end, where I'm at right now, my back started to stop hurting. It doesn't hurt as much anymore. It still does hurt, but not as much. I'm showing a lot now. I am 35 weeks pregnant. I'm ready. I can any day I can go into labor. That's what my doctors are telling me. So I just have to be ready for that. I'm starting to have weekly appointments after my next one. So that will happen soon. And then we had my baby shower. That was really nice. I'm really grateful for everything that I got. It was really nice to see my family all to come together for me and everything, and to see my boyfriend and his family just be really supportive and nice about it. It just felt really good. So now we are set. We're ready. We have everything we need. We're excited about everything. I think that's like all there is to it. Now only the problem that I have is sleeping. I have real bad insomnia. I stay up super late just because I can't sleep, and I am tired, like mentally I'm tired, but I just can't stop. Like, my mind won't stop running, and I can't take like sleeping medicine because I have a child and everything. And so I just wait until I fall asleep, so that part is really draining for me. But in like the middle of the day, I'll be so sleepy. It is really hard to stay awake in the middle of the day. So that's like my main problem right now. I'm still having Braxton Hicks contractions. Not as frequent, but they're still here. They still come every so often. And I thought multiple times my water had broken, because I'll feel like a trickle of like water just run down my leg, and it will be fluid, like it'll be clear, won't like have any odor or anything. So I was like, this has to be my water breaking. And it never has been. It's just been because of my fluid levels are low and stuff, because I'm about to go into labor. So it can just be like different discharge or anything. That just happens at the very end of pregnancy. So that's about the only thing that's happened. I'll keep you guys updated on everything else that happens. Stay tuned for a delivery vlog and labor vlog, and a Q&A probably, because I probably missed some things that you guys want to know. If you guys have any more questions about anything that I missed, definitely comment them, and I'll answer them in a Q&A. But if YouTube for some reason disables my comments because I'm too young, I'll put my Instagram in the description, and you guys can go ask questions on there. I'll put a little question thing on there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or on my Instagram, like I said. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.